You've probably been told that you're eating too much. But if you're a woman in midlife and you're stuck, chances are you're probably eating too little, especially protein. And I know that that sounds backwards, but not only is under eating not helping you to lose weight, it very well could be the reason that you feel exhausted, hungry, like you have uncontrollable cravings, and like your body just isn't working anymore. So I used to think that I was doing all the things right. I'm Genny Tonin, a holistic nutritionist, and I work with women in midlife, and I teach them how to drop excess weight in a way that's sustainable and nourishing and supports their energy, their hormones, and their happiness. Now, I've had my fair share of weight loss struggles for way too long. And back in the day, I used to think that I was doing all the right things, but not getting the results. So I did things like skip breakfast in the morning and drink black coffee instead because it's 0 calories. And then I'd pick a salad for lunch. Oh, be careful about that dressing and not too much chicken on there because that's a lot of fat and calories and we don't want that. Maybe I'd eat a granola bar on the run. And I wore my discipline like a badge of honor. That is when I had the discipline to do this. But the truth is that when I had days like that, by late afternoon, I was a hot mess. I'd have cravings for sugar. I'd feel foggy. I'd be moody. I'd snap at my family. And sooner or later, eventually, I'd give into something that I'd regret. And I'd beat myself up emotionally. And then I'd start the whole cycle over again. I'd go to bed at night thinking, why can't I just get myself together? I thought it was a discipline issue. I thought it was a willpower issue. I thought it was a me issue, that I was the problem. But the truth was I was undernourished. And my body, my cravings, my lack of energy, my bad mood, all of those things, that was my body trying to tell me that something was off. And I just couldn't understand the message. I was undernourished. I don't know how many times at night I'd be sitting there scrolling on my phone, feeling frustrated beside a half-eaten bag of popcorn or something else, feeling bloated and depressed, disappointed in myself, and still feeling unsatisfied. And it always came back to the same thing, that maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. What is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? And I promised myself to try harder and do better time and time again. But the harder I tried, the worse I felt. Honestly, there were times when I thought the most ridiculous things, like maybe I had to be one of those women that thrived on air, lemon water, and good vibes in order to get the results that I was trying for. Spoiler alert, though, I am not that woman, and neither are you if you're watching this. So if you have ever felt like you are doing all the things, but you're not getting the results, like you're broken, or there's something wrong with you, or your body is just not wired the same way as everybody else's, I need you to stop that right now. And I need you to write in the comments, me too. Because you are not broken. You've been given the wrong roadmap. And if you want a roadmap that actually works for women in midlife, then be sure to subscribe now. And don't forget, while you're at it, to download your free Midlife Metabolism Jumpstart Guide. It's free in the description below and pinned in the comments. It's going to change the game for you. Did I mention it's free? Go do that now. I'll wait. So the biggest thing that I changed on my journey is that I started to eat enough. I stopped restricting and I started learning what enough means, especially when it comes to protein. I stopped skipping breakfast and I made sure that every single meal I ate had a minimum of 30 grams of protein in it, nothing less, ideally even more. And here's what happened. My cravings, they stopped almost entirely. My energy began to last all day. No more late morning or mid-afternoon pick-me-ups to get through the next handful of hours. I stopped obsessing about food. I was no longer thinking constantly about what my next meal was going to be. Do you know how much of my mind was taken up obsessing about what I was going to eat next and how I was going to get it and how I was going to prepare it and how many calories it would have and all of the things? And I finally started seeing real progress without feeling deprived. I didn't know this was a possibility. It was the craziest thing. It was the biggest mind melt. We've been taught forever that the only way to be a thin, healthy woman is to deprive, restrict, deprive, restrict, deprive, restrict. And when I started eating enough, that changed. And I couldn't get over it. So if you want to start somewhere, you don't know where to start, but you just need to get started now, then start with 30 grams of protein in your breakfast within an hour of waking up, ideally. This gives your body essential signals that it needs in order to feel safe enough to release excess weight and to support healthy hormones as a woman in midlife. Specifically, when you eat enough protein early enough in your day, then you are telling your body you're safe, you're supported, you have the resources you need, and that you are in a place where you can build strength and burn fat. This past weekend, I rewatched the Barbie movie with my husband and my girls, and that movie really highlighted the struggles I see in every woman I've worked with. And at this point, I have personally worked with hundreds of women. We have been conditioned to always believe that eating less is better. We have been taught that shrinking ourselves equals success, that hunger is virtuous. And we have been taught that if we're not losing weight, we must be the problem. But the truth is that we have just been gaslit. So like in the Barbie movie, we're told you have to be thin, but not too thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but you also have to be thin. You're supposed to love doing all the things, like love being a mom, but you're never supposed to talk about how hard it is, right? So you're supposed to be thin and healthy and attractive and all these things, but you're never supposed to talk about the struggle and the mental and emotional toll that trying to live up to society's expectations takes on you, especially when you're trying to do all of the things that society has taught you and you're still not getting the results. It's an impossible script that we've been taught to live by, and it's absolutely crap and it's absolutely exhausting. So here's the truth. You don't need to be smaller to be worthy. You need to be nourished in order to feel good. So the real life impact that this has had on me, I eat more now than I ever did on any diet. And I feel better in my body, stronger, more energized, more confident and capable than I have in years. I have energy for work, for my family, for movement, and for the things I want to do, in addition to all of the things that I have to do. I don't need to collapse into a puddle at the end of the day because I'm so weary. And I'm certainly not perfect, but I am consistent and I am free. I'm not bound by those bullshit shackles anymore. Now, I want you to know that midlife is not the end. It is the beginning of something new, something better than what you've been told. It's the beginning of becoming aligned with who you really are. It's about becoming empowered and confident and capable in your own skin and realizing that no matter who you are or where you're at, you're enough and you're worthy of all of the amazing things that this world potentially has in store for you. I am here to help you learn to trust your body, to nourish your body, and to partner with your body, because it's the one constant you will have for this entire lifetime. We might as well do everything we can to take amazing care of it so we can feel our best on the inside and on the outside. So I want to know, what's one way that you can start caring for your body and nourishing your body this week? What's the protein source that you're going to add into breakfast so that you can hit 30 grams of protein in the morning at breakfast? Let's start celebrating adding things in instead of restricting, and acknowledging our wins and what we are doing right instead of acknowledging all of the ways that we think that we're failing. So be sure to subscribe to this channel for even more support and to help promote this channel to others that desperately need to hear this message. It's your free way of helping your fellow women. And while you're at it, be sure to download your Midlife Metabolism Jumpstart Guide. It's below in the description and pinned in the comments, and it's going to help you start seeing positive changes quickly without the overwhelm. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.